And we are live. Say hello, Morton.
Hi there.
Are you gonna turn? Wait, before you start, let's talk about what we're up to and show your safety gear.
Go.
Do you want to say or do you want me to?
You can see the glasses.
Honey, you gotta. He has on safety glasses and he is ready to pull. We're at 1699 degrees Fahrenheit up here in Morton. I'm gonna zoom you in really close. Let me get you zoomed in so we can see what he's up to, which is pulling vitragraph. Let me zoom this in. Here we go. That's good. You can see that. The plug is coming from the vitragraph. So this is, oops. We have glass melted in a terracotta pot. Morton is gonna, that was perfect timing. That was perfect timing. 2.5 hours it has been cooking here. And Morton's pulling this down. And the plug pulls first. The plug is typically thicker, like this. Let's see it, honey. There's the, wait, no. No, babe, this is a red hot thing. If it rolls over, oh my gosh. I want to stop the live right now. Morton, you can't set these things around. If it rolls on the carpet, you will burn the church down. Oh, my blood pressure. This man. I'm going to say nothing. Morton can talk. Say what you're doing, Morton.
I'm pulling the glass from there's a terracotta pot in the kiln, and I'm using, I can't remember what they're called. What are they called again? These?
Forceps?
They've got some kind of clamps. I can't remember.
Hemostats.
There's the hole in the bottom of the terracotta pot. They're Italian-made pots. And
this, by the way, is fiery hot now on wood. You have no idea how that heat transfers, babe. It's 1700 degrees Fahrenheit.
I thought it would be good because
If it drops on the floor, we have fire extinguishers.
And you catch the plug as it comes out the bottom, and the faster you draw it, the thinner the piece is. So when it first comes out, if it's like it's a bulb, and as you draw it, it stays at the rod as it comes out.
I can't really see anything because your hand's in the way.
So, and if you pull it faster and slower, it'll be thicker thin. And
it's zoomed in really close on the hole now.
Yeah. And apparently vitragraph means writing with glass, I think. In, is it Italian? No, Latin, isn't it?
Yep.
And sometimes, depending on the size of the pot and the type of glass, it flows really quickly or really fast, slowly. Sometimes we've been a couple of hours pulling for the pot, other times like less than an hour. You just grip the glass as it comes, and these are like heavy duty shears.
Thank you, Debbie, for the heart me. People ask if I ever get upset. The answer is absolutely yes. Jocelyn, thank you. So I'm just practicing breathing right now. Morton doesn't, hey, Debbie, thank you. Morton doesn't understand how hot 1700 is. I always tell him, do not burn down the church. And he's working on a fireproof mat. But where he set that little hot, 1700 degree piece was on a wooden table and a piece of ceramic, but it instantly gets fiery hot. gotta calm down. I won't tell you about the times he's made things smoke as well.
Yeah, I thought the little tray was thicker and would have absorbed the heat better. I didn't realise it would have got as quick and on the wooden table.
1700 degrees Fahrenheit is flippin' hot. Can everybody see okay? It feels really dark.
I'll try and move it.
No, it just feels really dark. Martin is pulling vitragraph and giving me heart failure. You can see fine. Okay. Great. They can see. The glass, after it's fired, I'll fuse it again onto a flat piece like this. And then the dish that I had sitting here, oh, it's cooled down now. I'll put this in the kiln and slump this over this to create little dishes. Yeah. It just, yeah, it scared me. Really, 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 really bad. Jasmine says it's fine, just breathe. Everything around there is super safe. It's fireproof. There's drywall up behind. There's brick. There's everything over there is fine, but he stuck the hot piece on the wood, and that's the scary part, because the wood will. Morton one time tried to wrap it around a piece of wood, and it nearly burst into flames. So the glass is liquid when it comes out, basically. He's pulling hot glass out of a kiln. It is coming out in strips like this, strings like this. And we're not really going to get to see the color of it till it cools down a bit. It's very dark and gloomy here today. It is fun. Yeah, Dale's work is amazing. Amazing. I halfway want to be able to blow glass in here, and then I remember how Morton is. Morton does not listen to me and respect the heat of glass, ever. Ever, ever, ever. It would be too stressful. So if he pulls it fast, they come thin. Honey, if he pulls slow, they stay thicker. Yeah, he does the big blown glass sculpture. He does a lot of flowery feels. There's a great display at the Biltmore House right now of his glass. Morton's just starting on a bread baking mission too. Tomorrow's our family shindig, and Morton's baking a lot of bread. I like this, Morton. We can see you in the mirror as well. See your reflection. I'm gonna zoom in, see if I can zoom in closer. Oh, I can. Oh, that's wonderful. Now you can see the stuff coming out. Even better. That's looking like it's starting to get stripy. You're into the pool now. If you wanted to do, just actually, you can do some twist if you want to. But if you just keep them straight, they're easier to cut and work with. It's tense when we do this. The first time we ever did this on live, this was, we did it downstairs in the old studio. Oh my gosh. It was so tense. Actually, maybe there's really defined things. Maybe do some twist on the next one.
Mm.
Your husband, you went to the exhibit. Yeah, his work is so good. So Martin's gonna now clamp these on, clamp the hemostats on here. We got these in Harbor Freight. Gonna clamp them, and now he's gonna twist. Twist and shout, bump, 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 bump. So he's gonna twist. These are gonna be fall colors that I fuse on things like this and make these really pretty little dishes for fall. Little bowls and whatnots. And yeah. If anybody has any questions, my blood pressure has totally calmed down now. I definitely have everything an artist needs. Hey, Paula. And Morton, I love you. You just can't ever put hot glass by wood. I jokingly tell him all the time, do not burn the church down when he's doing something that scares me. But I'm serious about it. We have fire extinguishers. I never, ever, ever want to have to use them.
You want that straight or curved?
Just straight. It's easier to cut. That's a good length right there. Yeah, it's fine now. You don't understand how scary it is to see smoking wood in the church from hot glass. It seriously, it would burn right through the floor instantly. Instantly. Do not put it over
Can you
here.
see that?
We can see it.
Can you see the spiral?
Yeah, we can see the spiral. Honey, do you remember when you stuck a wooden dowel rod there?
Yeah.
I'm very glad nothing happened. Morton stuck a dowel rod and it instantly started to burn by the wood. He thought that was going to work. That happened down in the studio. That was so scary. Hey, Madeline. Hey, Haley. I hope everybody's having a lovely Friday. The kiln is at 1700 degrees Fahrenheit. So he put the stick up by it because he was going to wrap it around. I make little curling cues, but you make them around a metal rod. And Morton said, this will work. And Morton stuck a dowel rod as I was pulling the glass, he stuck a dowel rod on it, and it just instantly, did not work. Yeah, it was definitely an oopsie. We are pulling vitragraph glass out of the kiln. It will come out like this. These are different canes that I've pulled. And then I'll fuse them onto, I'm probably going to use like white and whatnot, colors and then slump them down over dishes. I'm gonna make little fall dishes. You just gotta be, whenever you're working with hot glass, because this is 1700 degrees coming out of a hole in the bottom of the kiln, you have got to, oh my gosh, you gotta respect that glass. Gotta respect it. Morton, did you ever think when you were living in Scotland that you would retire and make twisted glass in PA?
No.
In a church? Yeah, they're gonna be fall dishes. Yeah, this, I make little teeny tiny chomps off of this. Turn into what's called vitragraph. These little, can't really see that there, the little slices. Did it fall there or on the floor? I so bad want to drive. Oh,
There's another bit, something I don't know.
honey, you gotta find it.
Yeah, I know.
You gotta find it.
Asleep.
Morton's dropped some on the floor. Wait, is it Friday the 13th? I feel like it might be. Did you find it?
Nope.
If it falls on the mat, great. If it falls off of the mat, not great. And he has a piece missing. I keep all the combustibles away from it. Did you find
I
it?
think the 3 pieces are in there.
Okay. Yeah, it fell. He got one. It's
There's 3 pieces
this is
in there.
awesome.
I chopped that bit in the bottom.
Okay, maybe let's not do any more twists, just straight downs. You received sea glass, hooray! Awesome, awesome, awesome. Sea glass is lovely because it doesn't come out of the kiln like this. This is not a new channel. It is almost 3 years old. Alexa, turn on fairy.
There's one of the bulbs.
We live in an old church.
One of the bulbs.
We are back in the cemetery studio, and Morton is pulling. How does this start? Yeah, we get sheets of glass, big sheets of glass from Yakagani. This is system 9 or COE 96 glass, which means it's the coefficient of expansion is 96. Alexa, turn off fairy.
Okay.
And I made a TikTok today about stacking the pot. You have to stack these terracotta pots full of the glass and then melt it. 1700 degrees it melts at, and that kiln, that's a high fire kiln. It has a hole in the bottom of it, and the hot glass gets pulled out of there kind of like in strings. These are ones that pulled ages ago. And then I will fuse them again to get them to be on a sheet. And you can do patterns, designs, all kinds of things. And then these ones are going to get fused over, or slumped over these dishes to make little glass dishes. Yeah, the glass is up in the top in a pot, melting down through. This one I can also anneal beads in here when I do glass blowing, lamp working beads. I can use the kiln for a variety of things, but the hole in it really sets it up to be a vitragraph kiln. Really sets it up for that. And it is a fun process. It's a lovely process. I'm gonna take some more deep breaths. And I'm gonna just calm down and have fun. Usually I'm doing this. I'm not doing this tonight because I have been having dizzy spells. And when you're having dizzy spells, pulling 1700 degree glass is not a clever thing to do. So Morton's doing it. But it's kind of like, backseat driving. I'm backseat vitragraphing right now. I want to tell Morton how to do every little bit of it, and he does know how to do this himself. I have to MYOB and just let him go. I'm happy for anything that happens there in that kiln, except pieces falling and burning the floor. That's where I say, no. Pull some straight and fast now. Well, not real fast. Just give me a nice little, like a 3 centimeter. Yeah, that's a good one.
You want them curved?
Yeah, make some curvy. Make some curvy. The glass cools pretty darn quick. As long as it doesn't ignite stuff around it. Stop henpecking the man, Cheryl says. Cheryl, that's not henpecking. I've been doing this 20 plus years. Morton has been doing this. This is 20, maybe the 20th time he's pulled. And we had a close call at the beginning. So these pulls are not hollow at all. These ones are solid. They only get hollow at the end. They only get the hollow at the end. And the twisties that he does will come out twisties like this. But yeah, honey, go for some curvy shapes too. Because I'm going to do some little round bowls, some rectangle bowls. I have some cool little shapes.
Is that alright? There's an arm.
Yeah. That's great. I can't cut glass to be these shapes that we do get the pools, or get the, yeah. And these ones are all fall colors. Yes, make some loop-de-loops like that for us. I really want Morton to follow through and work with this once, yep, you can definitely do stained glass with them, but this is glass for fusing. So we do the fused glass, and the fused glass doesn't use the copper foil or that. It's just all fused together in one solid, one solid piece, textured on one side, flat on the other. Yeah, the colors are going to be great. Tomorrow night I'm going to fire the regular kiln to make some big sheets up of this, and then I cut my big sheets.
Oh, yeah, good.
Yeah, that's a cool one. I can't wait to see how these colors are looking. And I showed, I did a TikTok today of how this pot was stacked. So you're going to be able, honey, the things like that aren't good. They melt really weird in the kiln. Just curves, nice simple curves. Cut it and then let it bend. If it bends over on itself, that's even better. Nope, no. I'm gonna tell you. Yep, that's how you do it. Cut it, pull it straight down, cut it, and then bend it. You got a couple seconds to bend it. Those ones look really good. And things are following, Emily. I'm usually not stressed, but I am right now. I'm usually the one pulling. I love pulling the glass. I love to watch Morton pull the glass too. I just had my heart stop when he put a piece onto wood to start, because it's 1700 degrees Fahrenheit. Have you ever tried to start like a campfire and it wouldn't start? If you threw a piece of this onto a campfire, it would instantly just burst into flames. It's super hot. I wish I had what I really want to do is get a I want to get like a, maybe even like a metal shipping container and turn it into a hot glass studio. But then I think also I'm 61. I'll just go to other people's fireproof places and do that. Like the glass blowing and working with like a hot, you know, if you're working on like a hot pot of glass that you gather from, those are scary, scary heats. The kiln was, I loaded and started the kiln at 3:30, so we began at 6, so 2.5 hours to get it to melt. And then this glass, because this glass isn't getting annealed right now, we're using fall colors like this kinda. But because I'm doing it again in the kiln to make sheets with before I slump it to turn it into bowls, then I anneal it. Annealing means you hold the temperature at 950 degrees for about an hour. That don't look like Morton. Morton, look here.
Oh,
That's Morton.
because I've got my Roy Orbison.
He has his safety goggles on. You want to wear eye protection, you want to wear gloves, you want to wear shoes that will not let the glass burn through if you drop a piece on your foot. What else? Use the proper tools. And this isn't something that you just, like, don't just go out and do this. Like, I teach people one-on-one how to do this. This is something you need a little tuition for. And I have the kiln right now. The kiln's holding at 1700 degrees. And we have 1 hour, 44 minutes left. So Morton he's pulling vitragraph out of the kiln. It's glass pot. A pot of glass is in there melted. So he's pulling out rods like this. And once they're rods like that, I can then fuse them onto things like this. So I make a sheet of glass out of this. And then I will slump that over something like this in another kiln. The glass really won't drip down on its own at this temp. But these are going to be turned into autumn bowls. They all look different. And they have this really lovely organic feel about them. And thanks for following, Erin. And anybody ask any questions, I like them to pull about maybe like 10 inches is my favorite length to work with. The short ones are good too. But he's doing some long, some straight, some twisty, some not twisty. It's just doing a whole batch. A whole batch. And I'll show you as they are cooling. As they're cooling down, we can see what the color is looking like here. This actually might be a good spot to watch from. This might be better. Yes, this is better. Oh, that's a lot better. So these are different colors of orange, but there's a lot of clear glass in there. You won't be able to see until these are cooled off. just how cool everything looks. There'll be darker, there'll be lighter. All different. All different. I have red and white ones that I made that look like candy canes. When you fuse them, if you look into the end of it, I striped these to look like candy canes. It is dark in the church. I hope everybody's having a great Friday. The church smells like bread just now. Martin's been baking already. He's going to be baking, how many batches of bread are you baking?
3 batches, I think it's 16.
He's making 16 loaves
4
of bread.
batches, I think.
16 loaves of bread. I'm going to zoom in a bit closer. Let's see. We're kind of just seeing his gloves. This is a bad camera angle. Oh. Sorry. That bar is just in the way. Yeah, we have long gloves. Martin opted to not wear the long gloves tonight. We have them like this. But I have friends that pull glass, and they do, they pull in tank tops, shorts, and flip-flops. No safety gloves, no goggles, nothing. And I get terrified whenever I see them pulling like that. I would never do that. You always think it's going to be okay till it's not. It's holding at 1700 degrees. Yeah, that's... Whenever I see them doing that, I just think, why? I have one scar on top of my leg. Thanks for following. I have a scar on top of my leg from when I dropped a piece of solder there in Scotland about 20 years ago. And it went right through my pants and right into my leg. And I still have a scar from it. And that stuff was just 400 degrees. This is 1700 degrees. He's doing a twisty one now. It's a serious thing, this glass pulling. But we sell these canes, we sell them to other glass artists that don't have a vitragraph kiln. On Sunday, you can definitely not do this in your own kitchen, Hal. Unless your oven goes up to 1700 degrees and has a hole in the bottom of it. Maybe if you have a tile floor, like ceramic tile. But yeah, the joy of it is that you can create these shapes and sizes and colors that you can't cut. And thank you, Hal, for the gift. Like, I can't cut a piece of glass ever to look like this. Like, we make that here in-house, in the studio, and then turn it into sheets like this. And then I'll probably cut this in a circle. But although I have a lot of different, I'll show you some of my different molds that I'm gonna put things over. Move this thing out of the way. And thanks for following. I don't know, Amy. Where are my molds at? So you can do little ones over little bowls. Little bowls. You can use those. I like to use all different shapes and sizes. All those ones I got from Target. Hey Bobby, how are ya? There's some other kiln shells in here. This stuff, this is a mold release that I spray on these before I slump my glass over on it. Yep, we really live in an old church. Alexa, turn on Fairy.
Okay.
That's the baby. And we're back in the cemetery studio. Bobby's fabulous. We're doing good. Morton's pulling glass out of this kiln. Alexa, turn off Fairy.
Okay.
Morton's pulling glass out of the kiln to look like this. Thanks for following, Peaceful. Hey, Ricky. And then I take the glass. I'm going to make Morton do it with me this time, too. Thanks, Hal. And I fuse the glass onto other glass that's COE 96 and make cool little shapes. And then I will slump it over dishes. Let me go get a bowl. It's done to show you. And the bowls are going to be on our studio site for sale. I haven't done bowls in forever, but it's nice this time of the year with you know, holidays, gift giving stuff. So when you slump it over a mold, this is a dish, and this is a dish that's been slumped over a special mold. They come out really amazing. One of a kinds. One of a kinds. There's so many in here. I can't find what I'm looking for though. So I got these really cool shaped ones. Here they are. I found them. Found them. So I'll be doing some as like little stars. He's pulling 1700 degree glass out of the vitragraph kiln in rods like this. These rods like this, that's step one to making what we're going to be making. So those rods that are glass, I'll then fuse onto a sheet, and then I'll cut the sheet into a shape, slump it over a mold like that. Well, I might just use that one like that. It'll make a cool star dish, and it'll look like a star. Thanks. Somebody getting into glass with a kiln, I recommend you go take a class. Don't just jump into buying this. It's one super expensive hobby, and you wanna make sure that you like it. This is gonna be another bowl shape that I'm making. That one. I'm gonna make a bunch of different ones. That was that one. I'm gonna make some of these. These come out so cool. they're like little diamond shapes. Little diamond shaped bowls. And little heart shaped bowls. And they're just pretty, like they're just like little dishes. See, like little dishes and bowls. Did you get tired? Yeah, I've been getting dizzy. Martin is pulling glass, 1700 degree glass out of the kiln. He's pulling out these glass rods. And then we're gonna fuse them in the kiln again, in a different kiln, onto a glass sheet. And then this glass sheet, I'll cut into circles or whatever and slump them over bowls and things to create bowls and dishes and things like that. First you thought he was making hot dogs. Nope. Nope, not hot dogs. And you can do all sorts of different cool drapes and slumps. And I'm gonna get out a lot of my little bowls. I don't have any finish with this because we're just doing this. Yeah, the autumn color pile. You can never wait to see the finished project, yeah. This is a piece that's in the second state of it. It's fused like that. Now I'll cut this and then slump it over. Like I have a mold to make the bowls look like this. You slump that over and make it look like this. I won't be using that bowl though, because these are going to be smaller dishes. Nothing like that. No, the molds get this glass once this is cooled. Sat on the top of them. Let's pretend we're going to drape this down over here. I'll set it up like that. I put it in another kiln and this melts down over and then turns into a bowl. And sometimes I like to melt on something like that and have points on the edge. It looks super cool. And I don't have any here to show you like that of my organic bowls. They sell as soon as I make them. They're gone. I always say I'm going to keep some. Never ever do. And we are 43 minutes into the pool. Actually, he's been pooling for 30 minutes now. And he has quite a little pile here. Starting glass work. Find a local glass place and take a workshop. Because Jack, it can be spendy. Could pulling this potentially make sticks? Yeah, gardening. Yeah. I make little plant stakes and stuff out of this stuff. Vitragraph is expensive though. If you go to buy it, a little handful that big, just actually enough to fill up this little dish, cost about $20. It's super expensive because of the time. There's a lot of time involved with this. The kiln was 2.5 hours to heat up to temp, up to the 1700 degrees. And then it'll get fused one more time for about 14 hours to get it to this state. And then it will be fused for another 12 hours to get the bowl made. So you're talking, about 40 hours worth of prep time, work time, kiln time. The ceramic bowls, the ceramic bowls take a lot of heat. The glass blowers make the 420 products. No, this is, that's glass blowing. This is not like this. Nope, they don't stick in that pan because they cool down really quick. Honey, take a piece and make it curvy to show him how quick the glass cools. So he'll cut this piece and then he'll bend it down. And you'll see how fast it hardens. He'll show it to us again. Thanks everybody for following. Thanks, Marcy. Glass blowing we do too. It's a different kind of glass. This is COE 96 glass. Hold that up a little bit closer to us. See that? Oh, you made a perfect S. Yeah, ceramic fire's actually higher than glass.
Hard now.
And it's hard
Still
now.
roasting hot, but you can hear it tap.
Yeah, roasting hard, but glass. Don't microwave the glass. There are microwave kilns. Don't get them, please. You can't anneal the glass. And if you're into glass making and you want to do that, you're better off to buy a used kiln. But take some classes first, see if you like it. So the pieces that he makes that are like this, I'm going to fuse them again into this. And then I'm going to slump them over a mold. A bowl like this, stainless steel will work. Yeah. I do small group teachings with this. I do one-on-one teaching for the vitragraph kiln. I typically don't, you're welcome, Hal. I typically don't advertise that on here though, because it's typically all local people. And then finally, Kelly, thanks for following. After we have this piece created, and that's all glass that we pulled here in the kiln, or yeah, out of this kiln, then I'll slump it over a bowl mold and make a cool bowl, or make a cool dish, or make jewelry. I have jewelry that I made with fused glass too, a lot of it. I'll show it to you. I'll show you something super cute right now that I made recently. And thanks everybody who's following. You are awesome. Yep, those are some things that I've made. Honey, I just heard a really weird noise in the church. Did you hear it? I heard a really weird noise out here.
What did it sound like?
It sounded like somebody sighing loud. Alexa, turn on fairy.
Okay.
Anybody there? Nope, nobody there. All quiet in the church. We have weird echoes. Ohio. I'm going to be in Ohio on Tuesday. Yeah, you could definitely coordinate. You could coordinate. We live in an old church. When he's done pulling, I'll give you a tour. This is a fused glass necklace. Can you explain? Okay, Morton is curling some. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Where'd it go? I thought it got you in the head, honey. In Pennsylvania, living in an old church. Yep. 10 years we've been here. Can you believe it? Look at that beautiful baby. 10 years. It scared you. That thing. He lost a piece, but he found a piece. Don't be scared now. I'm going to show you a ghost. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. There's a ghost. And this is a, oh, that's a cool shape. This is a color changing ghost that I fused. He's on our website right now. He's green, he's gold, he's blue. He's purple. Purple and pink. And that's dichroic glass. They're on our website just now. It's fall out here, and we have an old cemetery behind us. Yeah, he's curling them because I use the curled ones in the designs. I think they just look more fluid and more beautiful. See, there's a little star that I had made. A little star in the center, and all these little tiny pieces. That's the vitragraph cut up. The vitragraph actually means writing with glass. It's an old, what's the word? And everybody, make sure you're following. We do all kinds of arts and crafts in this cool old church we live in. Yeah, all kinds of cool things. I'm going to give you a tour as soon as he's done pulling. We call this the cemetery studio because there's a cemetery out there. And because all of you are following, I'm going to show you the cemetery just now. Because you're awesome. And Martin is pulling that. There's the church. Alexa, turn on grandchildren. That's where we watch TV. That's the west altar. And that is the east altar where we sleep. It's 5 levels. We have a tiki room behind the pipes. And then in here, this room I call the cemetery studio because this is just all my glass stuff in here. And there's a cemetery out here. A super cool cemetery. An old cemetery out there. And I do a lot of stuff. I write books, I illustrate books, I write songs, I make glass. Martin's retired and helps me with making all of my dreams come true. I love sharing and showing you cool crafts, cool things to make. Alexa, turn off fairy.
Okay.
It's dark in there. Thanks, Vanessa. We'll let that light on. There's a mural there. There's going to be a mural there of fall. It's always winter in there and there. I'm in love with the season. Honey, Mrs. wants to come and live with us and help with crafts. That would be helpful. And look at all that glass he's pulling.
You want some thin ones like that?
Yeah, that's cool. The cemetery is 156 years old. And the church is 154 years old. And everybody thinks they're tapping. Tapping makes it happen. Thanks for following. And I'm a Pennsylvania girl from Pennsylvania. I lived in Scotland for 6 years. Martin, where are you from?
South of Edinburgh.
Martin's from Scotland. I lived there 6 years, and Martin is like, I've been to over 30 countries. I've got lots of souvenirs. Martin's the best. We're making vitragraph, pulling hot glass out of the kiln at 1700 degrees, making these glass rods. Some of it will cut up into pieces. That looks like candy cane when it's cut. It makes a lot. And that it's about 6 pounds of glass that went in there. And then this is what we make next. And then this, I'll drape over that to make a bowl or a little dish. I eat, breathe, and sleep glass. I love glass. I love glass. Does anybody else love glass? I have a glass obsession. And this is the old vestry to the church. The priest would change in here. There's a crawl space beneath us. They used to store bodies in when it was too cold in the winter to bury. Morton, oh, we just have one pot in there. The ruffled edges on the dishes came from a mold. So the molds can be all different shapes, all different sizes. I can drop and make a big vase. You can make all kinds of stuff out of this. The vitragraph it's a really fun thing to work with. And I have you setting right now on my my glass blowing area. Yeah, you can see where he's pulling from. I'm gonna zoom you in really, really close. And thanks everybody for tapping. There's a hole in the bottom of there. And honey, I don't sell stuff on Etsy, but I have a website. It's the 1870studio.com. The glass in the pan does not stick together. Honey, pull a piece out and just sort of let them see it as you pull it out. Maybe do a twisty. Do a twisty. And just keep your hand out of the way a
This
bit.
looks cool.
That's a piece that he's made. That's a cool twisty. Hey, Lisa. And thanks everybody that's here and hanging out on a Friday night and liking. Down a little bit. That way a little bit. We're really zoomed in, honey. Just pull from the hole, honey. Make sure you're following. We live in an old church. Oh, just me dropping something. That's okay. The church is not haunted. Alexa, turn on fairy.
Okay.
Maybe by fairies. It's this room and then 14 other rooms. I do glass blowing on here. My torches are actually in here. I'm going to show you glass blowing this week, but not here. I'm going to take you on a road trip. Make sure you're following if you're not already. Honey, you need to say hello because guess what? There's 226 people on. Alexis followed. Jan followed. All the cool kids are following. Sorry if I talked to Alexa. I'm traveling through Ohio to get to Hannibal, Missouri. We are going to be reading ghost stories in the cemetery in Hannibal, Missouri. And thanks, Lil. So make sure you follow. We live in this old church. I like to make arts and crafts. I write books. I illustrate books. If you're going to be in Lancaster, Ohio, on Wednesday, October 2nd, I'm going to be at the Ohio Glass Museum. I would love for you to come out. I'm taking you along with me. I'm staying in an old church out there. I'm spending 2 nights in an old church in Ohio. And I'm going to go live from there. And Martin's going to go live from this church. So it'll be a lot of fun. Lancaster, Ohio, not Pennsylvania. This glass here is COE 96. And I get let me show you the sheet that we start with. Start with the big old sheet. I'm going to give everybody a tour of the church when he's done touring. So I buy glass in sheets like this from a company called Yakagini. This is their red iridescent, which is an amazing piece of glass. And then cut it up into manageable, workable pieces. Ouch, oh my knee. Yeah, the twists are so cool. Which church, Priscilla, on Wednesday? It's a church in Ohio. It's a private Airbnb. I'm going to spend 2 nights there. Is it specific? We're melting or same kind? You got to use the same kind of glass. It has to all be COE 96. See, this says 96. It has to all be that. It's the coefficient of expansion. So if I used 90, it wouldn't work. Oh, you're from Lancaster, Ohio. Beth, that's so cool. That's where I'm gonna be. And everybody make sure you're following because I take you on really cool road trips. What else can I tell you? I didn't make the lamp face. Love the design. What lamp face? The bowl, yes. Yeah. Yeah, I want you to see it all. Martin and I love sharing and showing things. And all the way to the left. Oh, that's probably a light. A lot of this stuff in here, that's an old crystal light I bought for $1. The Glass Museum, yes. I'm gonna see the Glass Museum finally. I'm gonna do some glass blowing there too. You definitely want to come along. I did pottery, but I gave away my potter's wheel and I gave away two kilns. Yeah, we live really close to the largest thrift store in America. So most of the stuff in the church, I either rescued from the curb or bought it for $1, or like some of the things we didn't have any church pews in here when we got this, but like this church pew, I carved a mermaid's tail on the one end, and it's the church's 5 levels. There's a hidden room down there we have not been in the bottom of the bell tower. It's bliss. Bliss is my word. This is the cuddle nest. I'll give you a little tour up here on the stage. That's our cuddle nest. On top, beside that globe, right behind the sofa, there's a projector. Hey, Pam. And thanks everybody for following. That's where we watch movies. We live in an old church. My aunt and my cousin are going with me to Ohio. I do stained glass over there on Sundays. That's where I do that. And we watch TV there from there. There's a tiki room that's so cool behind the pipes. And the bell tower is down there. It's 5 stories tall. And there's a hidden room at the bottom. And the acoustics are amazing. I don't have a voice or I'd sing for you. But it's this room and then 14 other rooms. I'll give you a tour when Martin's done. How's it going?
I know. I mean, there's a reasonable amount coming out, but I don't.
Yeah, the 4 p.m. at the Glass Museum on October 2nd. Meet me. Honey, don't trip on the map behind you. It's up. Yeah, the entire church is ours. Our son lives downstairs. They're down there, down below at that end. There's a 2,400 square foot apartment down there that is so cool. Our son has it decorated like industrial farmhouse. And then below this stage, there's another basement. That's the creepy basement. And then there's a crawl space as well between the two. And then under here, there's a crawl space under here that they used to store the bodies into before, if it was frozen and they couldn't bury them in the cemetery, they would store them in here. But this was the vestry that the priests use. Yeah, it's kind of, the industrial farmhouse is cool. Are you getting to the end of it, babe?
It's difficult to say.
Pull real fast like you do, like pew, pew, pew. You want me to pull and you talk?
No, it's fine.
Come over here. Let you talk. Let me pull. I haven't pulled yet. Biggest project, oh my gosh. Our biggest project was the roof. Yay, Beth is gonna meet me. I am gonna creep some people out. Don't be creeped out though. Everybody asks if this place is haunted. One of the last interviews I just did with somebody asked me if I was a ghost. The lights they were a tall project. I hear people outside right now. Oh, it's Jimmy and Erica walking around. Honey, let me pull quick. Yeah, quickity quick, quickity quick. I like to pull these wispy ones at the end. We didn't redo, well, yeah, kind of. We stripped and pulled everything off of that floor. I did that floor and I did that floor. Martin retired 2 years ago, and since then he's been here all the time. Yay, it's one of the coolest TikTok lives ever. I'm gonna pull now. Martin's gonna come over here and talk to you. And then you'll get to meet the best thing of this church, and that is Martin.
Where's your glasses?
My glasses, I don't know. I'm gonna put this over my feet because I don't have shoes on. And I'm gonna just pull super quick. Super fast. Honey, don't do that, just read the screen. Oh, it feels like it is getting to the end.
Somebody just followed. I think somebody says the place is awesome. Sassy Plants, I think it was. So much Martin's a doll. Sassy Plant says it's always fun here. She's so much imagination, and Martin's a doll. And I think there's still quite a lot, you know, when it starts to get difficult to grip. It's for vitragraph glass to use in.
I have it right in front of you, the little samples.
For using in fused glass. As you can see the pieces that are lying flat. It's you can make thin pieces and shapes that you can't do if you're cutting glass. So you make apparently vitragraph is Latin for writing in glass, I think. Good restaurants to eat at downtown in Lancaster.
Oh.
So what you've done as well, you fill the pots with different colours of glass, and as it feeds out the hole in the bottom of the pot, you get the different colours mixing, so you can twist it, which I was doing, and it makes like candy cane shapes of glass, and you can cut them down into little, what is it you call those when they're cut into the discs again?
Murini.
It makes murini, and when you have the little murini discs, it makes like cool, like centres for like eyes and plants and just based for pictures and things like that. You just got Hartney's scent, so it gives more scope. And if you pack the pot correctly, you can get like stars, little insects and things like that.
Bugs, dragonflies.
Yeah, feeding out the bottom of the pot. And then when you chop them up with, Priscilla will be able to show you it when we've finished. I can't show you it just now. But we've got a tool made that you chop the little discs up for using to make, and they make like little glass blobs and things like that to use for eyes. It's not tubes of glass, this is solid rods of glass. When you get to the end of the pool, as the pool of glass inside the pot becomes really shallow, it starts sucking glass from the centre, so it then starts to make straws, and that's when it's difficult to pull, and you have to be very careful because it shatters very, very easily. But at the moment it's solid rods of glass. It's almost like fibre optic at the moment. Those really thin pieces that she's pulling, if you put like a squad of them together in a plant pot, you could put LEDs at the bottom and it would be like your fibre optic ornaments.
That's a great idea, honey.
Thanks for following, Hollyflower. Thanks everybody for following. And oh, thanks for all the likes. You've got loads of likes, 15,000.
Woo, 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 woo.
It's nice to see everybody on a Friday night.
We're gonna give everybody a tour.
Uh-huh. And Priscilla likes to let people see what's going on behind the scenes, and like she was saying with something like this, there's a lot of people that don't have the time or the equipment to do stuff like this, so you can actually, it's quite expensive to buy vitragraph because of the time like this. It took 2.5 hours for the kiln to heat the glass up to the temperature required to pool, and then we started pooling this right on 6 o'clock.
Honey, I'm gonna let it set for a minute.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting to the end,
Yeah,
and maybe we get a couple cool little blobs.
yeah. So she spent about 30 minutes to an hour packing the pot this morning. Then
Oh, that's
it
it.
was a couple hours letting it warm up, and then the time to pull it, and then you have to process it, chopping it up. And so once they're processed, they get chopped into little rods and everything to make ornaments. You can make all this is an abstract picture, but you can use it to make like plant stems and things like that are more organic than you get if you're trying to cut
Thanks for
straight
following.
pieces of glass.
Martin's gonna go back to pulling now. But I pulled a lot of big wispy ones there. Isn't his voice awesome? He has the best voice. Martin's amazing. And Martin's making bread right now. Martin's a sourdough whisperer. And we'll show you, we'll take you down to the kitchen then and show you his bread. We'll give you a little tour. Honey, it's 7:12.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get to the end of this pot. We only have, it's still holding at 1700. Yep, he does sourdough. It does, it smells just like heaven. If heaven was a loaf of sourdough.
It's one of the bulbs.
Yes. And the church is one big open room, but I have over 30 different zones in there where we do stuff at. I'll show them all to you. I do stained glass too. So the windows were gone when we bought this place 10 years ago in ruin. I found the church online on Craigslist for $34,900. I bought it while Morton was at work. He did not know I bought it. I was looking for blueberry bushes, and I bought a church. And we haven't stopped working on it yet. No, it's over 30. Morton was surprised, but Morton immediately just started seeing what we had to do to get the water hooked up and get the lights going. We didn't have heat for the first 2 winters, and we still have tons of projects to do. But Morton and I believe in like save your money till you have the money for a project and then do the project. We don't, yeah. We live very frugally. Very frugally. It is, it's so awesome living here. It's a privilege to live here. But it's hard work. We've done, how's it going, babe? You've never seen it in real time. Yeah, this is cool. Pulling this glass is cool. That's step 1, pulling the glass. And then step 2 is I fuse it onto a piece of, I'll probably do all clear with this. I fuse it onto a piece like this in a traditional kiln. This kiln has a hole in it. And then I will slump it over a bowl to make the bowl. The outside's gorgeous. It's brick. It was a Roman Catholic church. It's about 10,000 square feet. It has 5 levels to it. We heat for free. We heat with a biomass wood stove. And I want to shout out, we have 62 subscribers. We got a whole bunch of subscribers in here right now. Thank you so much. This is called, it's a Paragon high fire kiln, and it's firing there 1699 degrees. It's 1700 degrees. And there's a hole in the bottom of that kiln. And then, oops, Sierra became number 34. Thank you for the heart me. Thank you for being here.
Oh, I made an ampersand by mistake.
You did make an ampersand. That's really great. Thank you, Lexi, and thank you,
I could
Hal.
never do that again.
Yeah, sometimes vitragraph means writing. Thank you, Sierra. Oh my goodness, hand hearts. Vitragraph in Latin means writing in glass. And this stuff has been around for long. Yeah, a little bit saw it. So yeah, next step is going to be to fuse it in a kiln to get it to be a sheet of glass like this. And then I'm going to slump these. I'm going to make bowls. I'm making autumn feel bowls. And we'll give you a tour. He's about done with this. It felt like it was getting to the bottom to me, honey. I think we could go and look around. Right? Everybody, hang on. I will give you a tour. You're going to see Morton's bread down in the kitchen. Lil Bit sent a crown for you. Morton.
Thank you.
Yeah, Morton is the man. I got that kiln for $700 used off of Facebook Marketplace. It already had the hole in the bottom. You see the glass coming out the bottom? That's a nice one. And I'll show you probably tomorrow morning. I'll go live and we'll get the kiln firing, the other kiln, and I'll show you how we make some really cool things. I'll cut pieces of round glass to be the bottom, and then we'll embellish them with this. Small kiln, regular, no hole. Everywhere and anywhere. I've had people give me kilns before. I've given kilns away before. I do make dishes sometimes, but I usually sell them. But you can make anything in glass. You really can. Just keep an eye on Facebook Marketplace. You can get some really, you find people getting rid of stuff. And these, I got these at Target. These are bisque. They're little bisque dishes. And yeah, it works out really cool. And hello everybody, welcome. That's Morton pulling glass out of the vitragraph kiln. I'm Priscilla. We live in an old church. Make sure you follow. It has the coolest doors in the world. We got a secret room. Yep, cane pulling. That's it. That Thomas knows. There you go. All the cool kids are following. We have a lot of fun. I'm using System 96 glass in the kiln. This is iridescent stuff made by Yakagani, like the best glass company in the whole wide world here in Pennsylvania. I'm going to take you on a tour there sometimes. I'm a hidden gems creator here on TikTok. And the cane ends up, some of it will be striped. Some of it will come out in little twists like this. And then some of it, this is a little cane chopper that Morton invented that works so great. Hey, Pam. And then this is a little glass ghost that I made. This is fused glass. These are on our website just now. And these are like magic. It's dichroic glass, but it's purple, pink, green, blue, every color, and it changes. Yeah. I love them. That's my little ghost necklace. Took a glass blowing class. Yep, I'm going to take you glass blowing. Me and you are going on a road trip. We're going first to Ohio. We're going to spend 2 nights in a really cool church there. And then we're going out to Hannibal, Missouri for 4 nights. And you definitely want to make sure you come along for all the fun. I like to do lots of fun things. I am not an influencer. I am an encourager. I want to encourage you to get after your dream. We're about an hour north of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. We live in the mountains, in an old church, in a little village, less than 200 people. In Ohio, I'm going to be in Lancaster, Ohio. And Wednesday, October 2nd, I'm going to be at the Ohio Glass Museum. He's pulling glass out of the kiln. All that stuff down there, he's pulled. And he pulls out these canes that look like this. They're super hot. I fuse them onto a flatness like this. And then I'll cut this, or I'll drape this over a bowl in another kiln. This will drape down over. That one's it has to be a taller one. And making these really cool little bowls and dishes and stuff with the glass. These are going to be autumn bowls. But this is the first step, is to make this vitragraph. I do have a torch. I do fusing. This is my bench for doing my torch work on.
Your mini torches are actually a sheet of glue.
Oh, you're near York, PA. And thanks everybody for following. Make sure you follow for all the fun. And thanks for all the likes.
Did you hear me?
What, honey?
Your mini torches are actually underneath that sheet of glass.
Yeah. Morton and I love doing things. Morton's retired, and I do full-time arts and crafts here, and I teach and I write and I illustrate, and I couldn't ever say I just do one thing. I like doing everything. Thanks for everybody following. Oh my gosh, you're so awesome. You made my Friday night. We're going to take you on a tour. Honey, let's let this sit for a minute and take everybody on a tour. Does everybody want to see a tour of the old church? This is our cemetery studio. And we live in a church that's about 10,000 square feet. So there's lots of room. And the big room that we live in, mostly the sanctuary, it has like 30 different areas to it. These will get annealed when I fuse them like this. I do annealing for an hour, and then when I slump over this, I anneal then. So they'll be twice annealed. They're not annealed as a came. Okay, let's let that down, and you come with me on the tour, honey. Everybody wants to see. We'll start here in the studio. The studio is in the vestry, and it has these tall 9-foot doors that I love. And there's another room out there. We won't go out in there. But I do, that's all System 96 glass there. I cut my big pieces of glass there. Scroll up to see what Thorn Meadow said. Thorn Meadow, what did you say? I don't see it. If you ever find yourself Oregon Coast, stop by your glass studio. Yes. Morton and I are going to road trip in May to Alaska, aren't we, honey? Mm-hmm. Let's take them on a tour. We'll come back in here. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Well, I will go over here. I have a standing desk that is scaffolding. Maybe over the winter, Morton's going to do the ceiling, maybe. Glass mosaics and stuff here. And here I have a great light for working and doing things. I do wood carving. And it's called the Cemetery Studio because it's too dark now to show you. There's a cemetery out there. It's okay. That's where they used to make the holy water. This was the vestry that the priest would come in. And I love these doors. These doors I love. Hey, Kayla. We're having a whole bunch of new friends on here. I like to carve wood. This is the first thing I ever carved. It was a pew, a mermaid pew. Her tail's on this end, head's on the other. And this is the stage, bedroom. And this was the east altar. There are some really bizarre old pictures of what this used to look like. This is our home. We live in an old church. This is a snuggle nest. It's perfect for watching movies. And on top of the little stage there, that part is our movie wall. We have a projector. That's the west altar. That's our TV room. That's where I make stained glass on Sundays. This is kind of like a living room here, kinda. Yeah, this snuggle nest is awesome. The church didn't have any pews, so we bought 8 pews. I had a friend that wanted one, so we have 7 pews. And I love to make and do everything. Everything. And you can't really see my stained glass now, but like that's a green man up in that window. And thanks and welcome to everybody who's following. This is one of the entrances. It has 7 entrances to it. This is a little side room. And Alexa, turn on porch. I'll show you out here. This door squeaks. We live beside 300 acres. And there's a cemetery back there. So that's 300 acres of woods over there. There are bear. A lot of bear. We're in the mountains. Okay, so let's go in here now. I love, like, this is a coffee table I found beside the road, and I put 2 broken chairs on it. And then in through here, this is the big sanctuary. And we bought this church for $34,900 10 years ago. Hello. And I love fairy lights. So that's kind of where our, where we watch TV. This was a little stage that I upholstered. It has a tablecloth on it right now. And yeah, definitely ghost stories. Little wheels on there. We heat totally with wood. This was part of the organ that we've turned into, and we call it the 1870 because it was built in 1870. Another pew that I need to carve. Back here's my new kind of desk set up because I write. So it's good if you're back here. And we have the movie projector going. You can still sit here and be part of it. This was the day we found out our organ wouldn't play. I found this organ on Craigslist for free. And out in here, I fell in love with these doors. Look how thick these doors are. These doors are crazy. Out in here, that's our stove room. We have a biomass heater out there, and we heat with wood for free. And what else? We got a tiki room. The tiki room is behind the pipes. And it's always summer. Always summer in the tiki room. Make sure you're tapping and following. I lived in Scotland for 6 years, and I do wire wrapping sea glass. We were doing that last night here. I like to show you fun arts and crafts. We listen to music in here. Pictures from Scotland. And I just like it to feel tropical in here. It's really fun in the winter. And then this, I wrote a book about these guys. These are summer sundrops in our miniature little tiki hut. I have like a bunch of books that are on Amazon. These curtains are lace. I love them. That's my kiln that it's going to go into next. Oh, Martin just scared me standing there.
400 people in there.
Hey, 400 people. Say hi, everybody.
Hi there.
I'm happy you're here. Make sure you're following. These pipes, my son and I moved them down from the loft. We do live in an old church. And there's another organ. Our pipes sadly don't work anymore. Thank you for following.
Hi everybody.
This is my parents' rocking chairs and one of my favorite things here. And people will ask if we have ghosts. We don't have ghosts. Well, maybe we do. I did hear somebody snoring once. There's a bed that like family and friends will sleep in. There's a bar that had been part of the organ. Trunk full of Christmas stuff. Our little exercise area, treadmill, bike. That chair was free. Somebody gave us this. Look at this cool thing. Look at this cool thing. This is from France. And look, it's a cafe table. And it was an antique in the 1950s. How cool is that? It used to live in Carnegie Hall. Now it lives here. So that's kind of like a mid-century modern. Does anybody want to see the kitchen and Morton's bread? This is a paper mache forest that I made. The trees are fake. They're paper mache. And my little, here I'm gonna blow. My little ghosty chandeliers. And this table is super, 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 super comfortable to sit at. I wish you were all here. We could make crafts. And Morton's packaging up these packages here. These are on our website. It's called Surprise Supplies. Packs of cool, cool stuff. So we can craft together. This is the hydrangea tree. And I've been making stuff here. This is a book that I wrote last year, Lady of the Leaves. And it's a fairy tale about fall. That's Lady of the Leaves. I love the seasons. The place is like decorated for the seasons. So this is all crafting area in here that's still getting tidied. That's summer. I made that 20-foot tall cherry tree with 144 cherries on it. I made this fairy lamp out of $1 lamp. How cool is that? Tell them about my music. I won a Grammy accidentally in 2018, I think, for songwriting. So this is a fall, spring. Over there, it's all cherry blossoms up there. Can you see the cherry blossoms? Summer, winter, and autumn. And then this is the kitchen. Oh, Alexa, turn on Globe. I love that. What else can I get her to turn on for you? The kitchen is kind of a big old open area. The whole thing's an open area. We love it. We love it open. I'm getting ready to turn this into the moss counter. This was all free stuff. I painted that little mural. Follow. Yeah, follow and come back often. These are my art and craft supplies. I am a full-time artist and crafter. And this is the library bed. Friends and family sleep here. We don't do the Airbnb thing. This is a really cool game table we made.
Years to collect this stuff.
This is a super cool game table that we made.
Somebody's asking how
Oh, years. We've been here 10 years. And then up here I did all of these canvases. It's winter, spring, summer, fall. You came for the glass pool. And you're getting more. Always winter. And then up here in the loft, I'm not going to take you up in the loft, but up there is always winter. This is a little secret door here into Martin's tool room. That's my Frankenstein table. I do watercolor Wednesdays there. Yeah, we pulled the glass. We're going to go back and pull more. I'm just giving a quick tour. I do watercolor painting. We do have a YouTube channel. We got a cool library. Here's a little thing I glass blew, just an ornament. A little snitch I made. I like making things. I gotta make things.
you're in the middle of the glass pool.
I'm in the middle of the glass pool. Morton's taking his tablets. And over here, Morton's baking bread. Honey, tell him what kind of bread you baked.
That was coffee bread.
Coffee bread. We're going to show you again that. This is our kitchen. Our kitchen is super open plan. It's actually, we sort of have two kitchens. There's this one. Yeah, Martin's awesome. Oh, we eat in a bird cage. Usually we just eat here in the bird cage. There's this kitchen, and then there's this little kitchen in here. And up here in the loft, that side is always full. His bread is amazing. This is our little kitchen. This had been the nursery. So, Morton's retired. Morton was a flour miller. He made flour, like that you make bread out of. And, the loft, can you see the loft? The loft is a mess. The loft is a mess. I'll show you something cool under the loft. So this is the little kitchen. Yay, I love I'm your new spirit animal. Wait, it gets better. It gets better. Underneath the stairs going up to the loft. Oh, and that's my parents' colander. They got it in 1950. And it was it's my favorite thing that I have in here. In here, it's our hot chocolate corner. Under the stairs. It's a mess right now. But it's always time for hot chocolate in here. Always, 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 always. Always hot chocolate time under the stairs. We're going to pull the glass now. We'll go back to the glass. It says glass pulling. We're going to do the glass pulling. I just want to give you a quick tour because you're so awesome. But I do lots of things. I have a Printify store. A lot of my artwork is in there. Like aprons that I've made. Aprons, that's from a book. This was a painting I did while I was in France. Like an apron like that apron. That tea towel. Morton is the most amazing unicorn man in the whole wide world. Let's go pull the rest of the glass. And I'll show you my stained glass windows. You gotta see them in the daytime. But a lot of our stuff is quirky. Like somebody was throwing this away. We painted it. We have 2 bathrooms. You gotta have a hot chocolate corner. Alexa, turn on hall. I'll show you Morton's bathroom first. Morton and I have had a bathroom divorce. This is his. And we have our washer in here. I still gotta finish this bathroom. It has a nice big laundry sink in it. And That's an accidental mural I painted. That's a green man that I made out of a phone book. That's the bell tower, and there's a secret room under there. We have not been under or in. This is my bathroom. Morton does get showers in here, but Morton is so messy at the sink. You can't help it, can you, honey? He can't help it. This is the other bathroom. And then there's one downstairs too. And it had a weird top to it. I put cork up there. I did the tiling. Did he give me side eye? And then down there, that goes down to our son's apartment. And in there, that's Morton's storeroom. That used to be my office, but I never used it.
That's kind of a bit the green man.
The green man, I made him when I was in Scotland out of a phone book. He's all paper mache. I love green men. And there's a stained glass window that I made in that door. Let's go back to the glass pool, babe. Alexa, turn off fairy. Turns off a lot of the lights. Not all of them. Not all of them. That's a gorgeous picture that my granddaughter just did of Morton and I. There. I love it. Love it, love it. It's a quirky house. It's not a house for anybody. This is our home. It's an old church. We're going to go pull some more vitragraph with you. Alexa, turn on bedroom. It's dark. I'm happy you're here. Thank you for being here. And thank you for following, and welcome to everybody who's following. I'm a creature of love. So is my husband. And we love, like, we're getting ready to upholster this. We're getting ready to upholster these. I like to teach you how to do things. We like to have fun. I do stained glass here on Sundays. Alexa, turn on stained glass.
Okay.
There. And there's like nothing that I won't try doing. I didn't really know how to do any of this stuff when we got the church. You just learn as you go. You want to see if there's anything else to come out? Morton's on the live too. Sorry, I keep setting your Alexa off. Okay, this is the vitragraph. That's the glass he's pulled. It's still 1700 degrees, and he is going to be pulling more. He's going to be pulling more. Gloves on for super safety. Home of love. I really want to create this lovely environment here where you feel like you're just over here visiting. I love. Wood stove. The wood is free for the stove. Yep. There's 300 acres that are beside us. We don't own them, but we have permission to take any downed trees or branches from off of it. So we have an endless supply of wood. 60,000 likes, yes. And welcome everybody who's here. There's 377 people on. Dang. Happy Friday. It's a party. Party in the church. All the cool kids are following. Yeah. This wood stove, it's called a biomass stove. I have TikToks on it. Whee! It is party night. Oh, we have mods. Yeah. The bio stove. Friday night party in the church. The bio stove, it burns once in the front chamber. The smoke goes through the back. The flames don't come up. The flames burn down. And then the smoke goes into the back chamber. It burns again. Burns again. So they're 70% more efficient than a traditional wood stove. And I bought that off of Facebook Marketplace too for $700 used. Morton is pulling all the glass out. That's step one. He's pulling glass strands like this. He's pulling these out of the kiln at 1700 degrees. And then when they're cool tomorrow morning, I'm going to fuse them into glass sheets. That's a really neat one, babe. Into glass sheets like this.
Plug was stuck, so.
Excellent. That one's gorgeous. And then I'm going to fuse it again. I'm going to slump it down over a bowl. I'll be doing my put together live will be tomorrow morning. We have a family party we're going to tomorrow, but then it'll slump down over and create like little bowls and dishes. And these are some of my molds. And then my regular fused glass that I do in a kiln, like this little guy. This guy's on our website right now. Yeah, make sure you tune in and make sure you're following. All the cool kids are following. And look at the church with just those lights on down there. Oh. Morton has never burnt his hands doing this. Knock on wood. Hello? He's doing a great job. Follow and ring the bell so you get notified. Rach, you are a rock star. Yes. Best idea ever. No, the electric bill isn't high. I just paid it, actually. What was it, honey? 183?
Yeah.
And that's for our whole place up here and our son's place. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 refrigerators, a deep freeze. They have a dishwasher. They have a dryer. It's a church miracle. The light bill is super cheap. And everything in the church is LED. Everything in the church is LED. Oh my gosh, Kelly, that is hideous. Kelly's bill was $353 and she's in a 950 square foot house. Yeah, this place, like I always tell people that this church found me. I was looking for blueberry bushes. Nope, Morton installed the wood stove. Yeah, the LEDs are great. Oh, a little bit sent a little crown for Morton. Thanks, little bit. Yeah, LEDs. LEDs are the way to go.
The best place to buy them now is the Dollar Tree.
160,000 followers. Come on. Yeah, when we get to 200,000 followers, we need to do a big prize. When we hit 100,000, I gave away a really cool stained glass mermaid. So, yeah. Morton's pulling out glass, 1700 degree glass like this from out of the kiln. And then I'm going to fuse it. Nope, he's pulling it right now. It's like pulling taffy. Then I'm going to fuse it onto a plate like this. There's a sheet of glass. This is glass, this is glass. And then this is going to be melted over here to turn it into a little bowl or a little dish.
Quite cool, the red and the blue.
Oh, that's gorgeous, honey. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And Morton's baking bread. We have bread parties here. We have dance parties here. I love to teach you how to do all kinds of stuff. I have a website that has all kinds of things on it. Like these are my little fused glass dichroic ghosties.
The 1870studio.com.
Mallory apologizes to Morton. Oh, thanks, Mallory. That's sweet of you to say. Just you apologize. That's cool. Thank you, Mallory. Honey.
Oh.
I know what Mallory's talking about. Thank you, Mallory. We're all about the love here. Love, love, love. Morton and I, genuinely green-eyed woman. I got green eyes too. You have a good evening. Out of the blue, thank you. Your voice is so soothing. I have people tell me they listen to my YouTubes to fall asleep, And then they say, I hope that's not insulting. And I'm like, I love it. I love it. I love to listen to sleep stories too. But mine are just instructional stuff. Love you a little bit. Little bit so awesome. Madeline's so awesome. Jen's so awesome. We have this incredible, creative, wonderful family here. I get it, Mallory. No apologies needed. You're all good. What places have you traveled to? I've been to like 30, how many countries, honey? 30,
I honestly can tell
30 something
passports,
countries. And every state except Alaska and Hawaii. And I find everywhere inspiring. I'm going to take you with me on Wednesday, October 2nd. We're going to be staying at this cool old church in Ohio. I'm going to go to the Ohio Glass Museum and take you along. We're going to be spending the night in an old church. Not my church, but Martin's going to go live here, and I'm going to go live for the other church. So make sure you're following. Jenny, you're in Ohio. It's going to be Lancaster, Ohio. The Ohio Glass Museum. Come out Wednesday, 4 p.m. I'm going to go live from there too and give you a tour. I love to take you along. Love to take you along. Jenny's only 30 minutes. You got to come. 4 p.m. I'm going to tour the museum first. I'm going to do some glass blowing. And then we're going to get together with, hopefully, with some people. I've been to Kentucky. Morton, have you? You've been in Kentucky. Just driving through, not to visit. 4 p.m. October 2nd. You've never been to that glass museum. Oh, Jen, I love a good glass museum. We're gonna see some things there. We're gonna blow some glass. We're gonna have fun. And you're in Missouri. I'm going then to Hannibal, Missouri. We're gonna be in Hannibal, I think, for 4 nights. We're gonna go to the cemetery out of the Tom Sawyer book. My sister's gonna read Tom Sawyer passages, and you're gonna love it. We're gonna be down by the Mississippi River reading. She's gonna be reading from the book. Oh, Martin just made a pee for me. Yeah, I love Hannibal. Hannibal's awesome. The song that I wrote that won a Grammy is called Run, Mississippi. And of course, it was very inspired by Hannibal and Mark Twain. Yep, I've blown glass at Corning. I love it. Love, love, love Corning. We'll take you there too. But Corning's like a big commercial place, which I do love it. But I'm really anxious to see Ohio Glass Museum. They do.
They're a non-profit, aren't they?
Yeah, they're a nonprofit. You're gonna try to come. Yay, Jenny. Oh, hooray, hooray. Jenny's gonna try to come, honey. Morton's not gonna go with me. He's gonna be staying here. Morton has been invited to go. Morton's a homebody. And thank you, everybody who's following. Thanks for following. This is where the fun is. We're gonna have so much fun. We always do. Your grandma lived in New London, Missouri, near Hannibal. Nice. We're going to take you to the Mark Twain Boyhood Home and Museum in Hannibal. And the song that I wrote that won the Grammy is on the Mark Twain Words and Music CD. And they actually, I didn't realize this till a couple years ago, I'm part of the exhibit there. I'm going to show you that. It's a bizarre picture of me, I think. Somebody sent me a picture of it. Yeah, be my crafting friend. Absolutely. We're all about the crafts, the arts, the encouraging each other. Pull glass from the heat. That's what he's doing right now. It's
You give
17.
me a bit of paper, I can show them how to
No, Martin, I'm not giving you paper. It's 1700 degrees that he's pulling. Are you talking about gathering glass and then blowing it? Morton's pulling these rods out, glass rods, and then we're gonna fuse them onto glass sheets like this, and they're all autumn colors, and then we're gonna slump it over this. We're gonna slump it so it'll turn into a bowl. I have none of the bowls here to show you. I sell them as soon as I make them. That's a little dish. That's a little glass fused dish. So this is glass fusing, only this kiln has a hole in the bottom of it. It's a Paragon high fire kiln. It gets really hot really quick, but it takes about 2.5 hours for the pot of glass that's in there to melt, to pull. Yeah, the glass blowing stuff is so fun. I love that. It's called Blown Away, I think, is that series. It's amazing. And anybody, ask any questions. Ask any questions you have. We love, you're an art therapist, you love to see that people embrace their creativity. Yes. Can anybody relate to this? You feel like you have to make something? On days that I'm not creating things, I'm not having as much fun. What we're gonna do with the pieces of glass is, are you okay?
Yeah,
Just shattered? He's pulling glass out. We have a robot vacuum and we don't get dust. And art therapists, they work with people that are stressed and having it's another form of therapy. And creating, yeah, a little bit, it scared me too.
I think it could be starting to.
But this is, yeah, it's starting, this is the end of the, end of it. It's turning into straws now. Crafter and a dreamer, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. How were you able to travel to so many countries? I lived in Scotland for 6 years. So when I was in Scotland, I traveled a lot. And thanks for following everybody. The glass straws, honey, lift one up behind you, one of the big ones. The ones he's making now are really thin. But this one pull that we did, you're not going to believe these glass straws. Look at these glass straws. Look at that. Look at that glass straw. How cool is that?
Can you see it?
Yes. That glass straw is so cool. We have, this is our glass studio back in here. So we thought it would be fun tonight to vitragraph. Yes, create, don't overthink it. Let your,
Straw in it.
honey, let it go. Let it go. Get away, back away from the kiln. Turn your light off. It just starts to shatter then. But the cool thing then, it makes confetti. So when it makes confetti, then I can take the confetti pieces and put them into glass like this, and then make cool things like this from the confetti. So it's kind of like, yeah. Yeah, and I love every kind of art and craft. That's cool. Ed Hoy's art class. That's very cool. We live in an old church, and I believe in ABC. Always be creating. Always be crafting. Always be caring, and just generally have fun. If you're not having fun, what's the point? We have a really supportive,
You can
lovely.
tell it's straw in as well, because did
Yeah.
you see how quickly
It's getting crispy.
solidified?
Honey, let's just stop doing that now. And let's have a chit chat with everybody. Let's just stop that now. Who wants to go to the tiki room? Anybody want to go to the tiki room? Honey?
Mm-hmm.
Honey. Yes, let's go to the tiki room. Tell Morton,
Right.
back away from that kiln. Let's go to the tiki room.
I don't know how much glass is in the pot.
Just leave it. Just leave it. It's to the bottom of the pot. He's not going to come.
I'll
Babe.
be in a second. You need to turn this off.
Will you turn off all these lights?
Yeah.
Are you just going to turn the switch on this one or let it cool down?
How do you... I thought
It only
was
has
programmed
12
to-
minutes to go.
Yeah.
It'll
And then
cool
it goes
down.
off itself.
Yeah. Will you turn off all the lights in here?
Right.
and meet me in the tiki room. Bye, Madeline. Let's go to the tiki room. Martin's coming in a second, he says. Alexa, turn on tiki room.
Okay.
The tiki room is super fun. And I know this sounds weird, but when I'm just looking at the letters or at the words, I don't feel like we're really talking. I want to talk to you. Yeah, he's turning off the lights. We'll listen to some music in the tiki room too, because I've gone way too long to upload this to YouTube. Anything that we're going to upload to YouTube, I can't put music on for. Hello. Welcome. The architect here, the architecture of this building is incredible. It's incredible. Welcome to the tiki room. We don't have any water, but he'll put on beautiful music for us. And the tiki room, because we're in Pennsylvania, this is one of my favorite spots, but really anywhere I'm at in this church, I'm loving it. And I have been waking up here now for 10 years. The first 2 years there wasn't heat here. And I just basically scrubbed and cleaned the first 2 years, patched broken plaster, and just, yeah. Looking back, I don't even know why I lived in it with no heat, because it was cold. And but I feel like now it's just all about the fun now. Every project we do is a fun project, and it's never ending. It's not like we can just do this or just do that. So totally this is a labor of love. I want to encourage people. I'm living proof that you can really get a hold of your dreams if you're willing to just go after them. Your dream is hardly ever going to come and knock on your door. You got to go get a hold of it. And that's what's happened here. I was looking for blueberry bushes. I found an old church for sale. The ad on Craigslist said old church for sale would make a good hunting cabin. And I was like, no. Babe, would you put on music for daydreaming, please? And no, put on music for daydreaming. It's the best. I believe in going after a dream, and that's what I want to do. You're in college at 48. Yep, you got to get it. You got to get it. I'm 61. Morton's 57, and I feel like our lives are just starting. I really do. It's almost 3 years that I've been doing TikToks. I love it. You have kept me so much company. Back in the days before Morton retired, I was just here by myself before our son moved in.
Thing goes off itself, yeah.
It'll go off itself.
I don't want to crash and maybe damage the one.
Thanks, Hoopty. I'm going to turn you over to Morton for a minute. I'm going to go to the bathroom. Ask Morton anything.
Hi there.
Right, Morton? You're 55, ready to retire and create full-time. Yes. Whenever you see those little thingies, just touch them. I'm going to grab us a drink of water too,
Right.
babe. I'll be right back.
Me, you know, I'm grumpy.
You're not grumpy. Morton's the sweetest man in the world.
Yeah, that bread that I made earlier was coffee bread. I used, instead of water, I used a cup and a third of red velvet cake coffee. And so I don't know how strong it'll taste it. Unveiling. Somebody asked about, did you miss the unveiling? It was, we were pulling vitragraph. I'm not sure how strong it'll be, but it should have a hint of coffee flavour. But I didn't make it too strong. Priscilla's nipped off now. I'm not really an artist. I do all the DIY and cooking and baking. I really like baking. That would be my art, I suppose. I like experimenting with all different stuff, like my sourdough. I chuck different inclusions in and just basically throw things in and see what it tastes like. It can only taste horrible, and you know not to do it again if it tastes bad. It was like the other last year, I think, or it was before I retired, so it'll be a couple of years ago now. I experimented with a hard root beer that I'd been given as a gift. And I had made root beer bread, like the beer bread that you make using soda. I had made one for Priscilla before using like the soda, and it came out really good. She liked it. So I'm not a fan of root beer. So I thought the stuff that I'd been given, I'll use it to make, because you use beer. I've used all kinds of Yingling to make different breads, and they come out really good. And we finished pulling the vitragraph a few minutes ago. So I used this stuff and it tasted absolutely horrible. So I know not to use the hard stuff. It must be the chemicals they use in it made it taste horrible. We met online in 2001. We met online in a chat room about castles, believe it or not. Yeah, we just five minutes ago we finished pulling the glass we started pulling it. I'm fine, thanks.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we started pulling at 6 o'clock and we just finished pulling it about 5-10 minutes ago. And so they said your dress is lovely.
Thank you. Come a little bit closer.
Favourite castle was Hales Castle. It was like an unmanned Scottish. What was what do you call it? Historic Scotland.
I love these maps.
It was an unmanned historic Scotland castle, and you could basically go to it any time. It used to belong to Lord Darnley, which was the husband of Mary Queen of Scots. It was in ruin, but it had amazing features like the bread oven and that there. It was as big as one of the rooms here, and you could actually stand up in it and like hide in it. It was so dark because it was like hidden in the back of where the brew house was in the church. And it still had
the castle.
Yeah, it's in the church. It still had the.
It wasn't the church.
Aye.
It was the castle.
Aye, the castle, and it still had all the ducats there as well, the old stone ducats. It was pretty amazing to see, and the pit prison.
Yes, that was kind of weird. 320 people watching. Where is everybody from? Tell us where you're from. We're in Pennsylvania. I'm a Pennsylvania person. He's born and raised in Scotland. Oh, and Morton, 7 years ago today, Morton became a citizen.
All right, I didn't realise that.
Yes.
Missouri,
All over.
Massachusetts, Virginia, Pennsylvania,
That's awesome.
Wisconsin.
St.
St.
Augustine.
Augustine's amazing.
Happy you're
Northern
here.
California.
Alabama.
Yeah.
Andrea followed. Thank you.
Maine.
Thanks for following, everybody. We, us in a nutshell, we live in an old church. We believe in positivity and love. Lancaster, PA, you're not far. 2 hours west of Lancaster, Ohio. Newcastle. I know there's so many people here watching. Yeah, it's amazing to have you all visiting. And Kayla's going to be a citizen in 2 weeks. Yay! That's awesome. Kayla, I was looking through a photo album and it was pictures of us in Ireland and the Bazaar. You have a sweet friend in Hanover. Hanover is kind of like my stomping grounds where my kids grew up, around that area, kind of. That was the big city. Yeah, is everybody okay from the storm? 2 years ago, Morton and I rode out Hurricane Ian. It was Morton's first hurricane in Florida.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yes, definitely want to come to Alabama. We were supposed to this spring in March, and I had a pulmonary embolism. And in March, and didn't go. In the hospital, and then on what not. And if anybody's in our Facebook group, I put pictures up today of Morton's. You're going October 6th through the 10th. Come and see in Austin.
Oh, we're in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is amazing. Coming in, then it'll still be mid-fall depending on where
That'll
you
be
are.
lovely.
It'll be amazing.
The leaves here right now are really starting to turn. There's some really pretty ones down in the parking lot. The front yard at the church is a parking lot, and the backyard is a cemetery. Oh, and you're in Pittsburgh. I'm gonna be going through there on October 1st. Driving to Ohio. I'm getting ready to do a road trip. You're coming with me on the road trip. Morton's not. He does not want to.
No.
He's staying home. Yeah, the leaves, all the leaves. We had a ride today out to the Wreath Barn. I'm going to Ohio, Lancaster, Ohio. What's beeping? Oh, it's the kiln.
What's that going on?
Yep, glass pool is over. It started, what time did it start? At 6?
6.
2 hours ago. It's finished. The kiln's just
Yeah, I'll have to do
gone
something, or
empty.
does that stop itself?
I don't know. I think it'll stop. It stopped itself. It's in Pennsylvania, the little towns. We'll glass pool again, Kyle. On our YouTube, we have the glass pooling was at 6 p.m. and we just stopped a little bit ago. In the morning, you can go see on the live. I'm gonna go live again, and I'll show you all the pooled glass and what we're doing with it.
Yeah, if you've got time, there's places like
Pick up the leaves.
Indian Echo Carvers, and round about here, there's like Knobles and all places like that.
There's so much to
but
see.
I think, are they just open at the weekends just now, it being fall? It's like Hershey and that, I think they've just gone down to the weekends now.
Yeah, YouTube
Is,
channel, all of our social media is the same. And there's links in our bio for it. It's all the 1870 Studio, all of it. And then on Facebook, we have a group on Facebook that is incredible. And I have pictures in there today of Morton smiling
That's a rare one.
after he did his citizenship thing 7 big old years ago. Thanks, Abby. We have, Morton and I are super duper lucky. Yeah, Shannon, I would say I love the little towns in Pennsylvania.
The local
I
diner
love
food.
them. Yeah, little local diners. We have there's lots of covered bridges.
Or if you-
There's
and-
mountains, depending on what area you go to.
And if you're anywhere near like Pottsville or that, you can visit
like
the
Jim Thorpe.
you can visit the Yingling Brewery for free, and you get to tour the inside of the mountain.
It's a really cool tour.
Yeah.
And it's free.
Just make sure you wear closed shoes.
Yeah, you have to.
You're not
wear
allowed to
closed
wear
shoes.
like sandals.
I got bit by a spider last night, and I want to just touch it. So sorry, I'm grabbing my, they don't give you, do they?
Yeah,
they
you
do
get a
give
free
you a
drink.
free pint.
It's
yeah.
not a pint, but you get a free. I think
Yeah.
you get to try 3 in
Yes.
like little cups like that.
They gave
But
me
I
root
think
beer.
it was 3 different you get to try, and
It
it's
is
really
cool.
good beer.
Yeah, like where they had stored, actually, I guess they
Yeah,
still
inside the
store the
mountain,
stuff
yeah.
there. It's inside the mountain. It's so, Yingling Brewery is super
And if you're
cool to
really
visit.
lucky, you'll get to see the production line running. By the time we were there, the production line wasn't running. So
Is there a craft you want to try that you have not? Yes. Oh my gosh, so many. So many. I want to learn how to spin wool. The glass pot sat in the kiln and melted, and he pulled the glass out of the bottom.
Yeah, we started
We've
at
been
6
doing that
o'clock
for the
and
last 2
finished about 8.
hours. He did it. He did it.
You did some of it.
I did a very little bit. Morton did it.
And then we just had a tour.
And just did a little tour. And now we're just chilling out in the tiki room behind the old pipe organs or the organ pipes. These pipes were up in the loft of the church, and we brought them down here and created this little tropical tiki room. But this tiki room has been a ton of other stuff. You toured the Lennox. Oh, that's cool. This Friday night is awesome. This Friday night is awesome. Listening to music to daydream by. Music for daydreaming. And I hope everybody that's on here,
80,000 likes.
I hope everybody that's on here is chasing your dream. Hey, yes, Summer's in PA. The reveal didn't happen yet. The reveal will be tomorrow morning. Thanks, we're an inspiration. Yay. I want to inspire you to have fun. Have fun, get after your dream. Don't wait. The time is always right now. Right now. The tiki room has great lights. Great lights in the tiki room.
Yeah, most, like all the lights that we use, we get LED bulbs. And so we've got loads of lights all over the place.
Flooding in East
and they cost
Tennessee.
pennies to run, which is really good.
Oh, gosh, the floods are scary. They are scary. They can come on you quick. I hope everybody stays safe. This hurricane's been a bad
yeah,
one.
it's crazy.
It has been a bad one. The water can be so powerful. I saw some houses being taken away, and 55 years old,
What's the LPN?
a
sorry?
licensed practical nurse.
All right.
No, do it. You sold your childhood home to move to a town of 300 for an old house.
That's
Lizzie
neat.
Rose, I love that. Do you make TikToks about it? I hope you do. Yeah, yes, I have seen Christy. Oh my gosh, I have seen so many. Your heart just breaks. Just going back to California. Oh no. Yep, it's never too late. Never too late. Try it. Lizzie, try it. My grandson and granddaughter told me I needed to start doing TikTok. And the glass, you could grab a couple pieces and bring it out of the cool stuff. Morton will bring some pieces out to show. You just see, this is what happens. When we grow up, we forget to have fun, and we get really scared thinking, I don't want to look silly. I don't want to fail. And I embrace failure. I fail so many times every day. Every single day in my life, I have failures. Every single day. And guess what? There are no, it's not like anybody's really keeping score. Just have fun. Have fun and do what makes you happy. You don't want to break a hip. No, definitely do not want to break a hip. But go for your dream. Yeah, just do it. And everybody's dreams look different. I've had some crazy videos about people that, like encouraging people, like look at a church as an alternative house, because houses are so expensive. And it's wonderful. I have had so many people like message me and send me pictures and videos of churches that they got and they're saving. Hey, Shonda. Definitely been a minute. It's been a minute. All has been really good. All has been really good. Morton's bringing some glass out to show everybody. He did all the work tonight. I've been having dizzy spells. I had, hey, and NC, I had really bad case of vertigo.
I didn't bring any of the cuddly ones in case they snapped on the way.
Do we have something to put it in? I'll just set that down here and I'll lift up to show people and you can flip that record. So here's twisties. Here's the twisty that he made. Can you see that color? Look at that. Oh, that's some of the glass. This one's super cool. This one is like this with a little candy cane top on it. There's a nice big hunk like that. It does look like candy. Morton, you show them, but put your hand up so they can see. No, put your hand behind it. Look at that. Ooh, that one's gorgeous. Honey, they have sharp
it's
bits
weird,
on them
look.
right now. Yep.
It's got a weird
You
white bit
gotta
in it.
hold your hand behind.
That'd be where I caught it with the pliers, that's what that is.
Show them your little, these are kind of fragile right now. They won't be after we fire them again. That one's gorgeous. That one looked like little kitty cat ears. That one's neat. And vitragraph means writing with glass. That last piece looked like he was writing with glass. These are going to be turned, I'm going to make some jewelry. I'm going to make some,
I'll go put them back.
put the
Or do
big
you want
ones
them
back.
left, yeah?
Put those big ones back. We're going to make jewelry and I'm going to make autumn bowls, little autumn dishes and bowls. Hey girl, I hope you find your person. Morton and I got together in 2001 and we are forever going to be on our honeymoon. I love that man so much and he's the measure of my dreams. He's so supportive. Although there are times when I have a real crazy idea and Morton talks sense to me. Most of the time he lets me get after that dream. But I do have some crazy ideas. Like, let's live in a church. That one worked out great. I've just talked him into, going on a road trip to Alaska. A 4,000-mile one-way road trip, and then we'll come back another way. I want to go down the west coast of America with him. Morton has never seen it. We were going to bicycle down the west coast. We bicycled in 2007. We bicycled up the east coast of America, and that was amazing. We lived on bicycles for almost 7 months, and that was wonderful. Thanks for following. I have won the lottery of love for certain. For certain. 1,000,000%. And Morton and I both like to live very frugally. We're not rich. We live in a church. We live in a place that costs less than most people's homes. Like, we paid under $40,000 for this place 10 years ago. And we live frugally. He took early retirement. Best decision ever. And we love each other's company. We really, really do. We're two peas in a pod. Thanks, Colleen. I want it to be a very safe, and I want you to feel like you're getting a hug and not in a creepy way when you're here. I feel like, you're just here visiting. Brittany, thanks for following. The repairs, I'm not gonna lie, this place has been, until Morton retired, we spent like all his paychecks, all my money, we spent it on this place, 100%. The roofs, we have 2 roofs that we've paid to have done. They were the big spends. And then we still have 6 roofs to do here. So, but they're like less critical. And I think we're gonna try to do them ourselves.
Yeah,
Or
maybe.
But we save up for a project and then we do the project. We don't believe in going into debt. Paying interest is never in your interest. Try to not do that. Save up for a project and then do the project. Interest is a horrible thing. We like to live frugally. We love thrifting. I love saving stuff. Morton does too. We both, like, if you see something setting out for garbage, we'll pick it up. I have all kinds of things that, honey, turn that off. I have all kinds of things that, babe, no, I meant disconnect from it. It takes the stuff away from here, makes the signal weird. I love thrifting and making something that wasn't there before. That's what I like to do. This music makes me want to fall asleep though. It's called Music for Daydreaming. I bought this album for $1 at the thrift store. Was it $1? I think.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you.
It is my favorite album. I put it on all the time. It is perfect music for daydreaming.
It's not too
Storms in
bad here
Ohio.
now. It's been overcast and raining all week.
We've had rain. Yeah, it's supposed to rain tomorrow too.
Yeah. The other night, last week, we had thunderstorms.
Big ones.
We're lucky with being on the hill. It's like the water just like runs down, like obviously down the hill. So we're lucky that way. But
I'm moving you over.
we'll get water in the car park. But
So you can see
not
the
that.
tiki hut. Beautiful in Connecticut. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I didn't realize today we went out and I wore my house coat jacket. I wore this house coat jacket over this dress to go out. Morton didn't notice. I didn't notice.
I couldn't have told you it was a house
Honey,
coat
it's
jacket.
a house coat jacket. I've often had dreams where in my dream, I'm out somewhere, I'm wearing my pajamas. Because, I'm a stay-at-home artist, crafter, creator kind of person. And sometimes it's just a pajama day, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Morton always gets dressed in regular clothes and puts shoes on, but I do slippers and not for going out. It's okay. Yeah, nobody worried about it. Yeah. It does tie in the back, and 100% is a house coat. It's short, though. Martin, I didn't tell you about this.
What?
Next summer, I have a brilliant idea. Listen, in Japan, there is this thing where you make your own kimono.
Mm-hmm.
Like you dye the material and then create your own kimono.
Right.
It's a 3-week course that you do.
Right.
Doesn't that sound incredible?
No, really.
Oh my gosh, I want to go do it. I would totally wear a kimono everywhere. Our granddaughter's going next year. Coincidentally, we could be over there too. Did you side-eye me? Morton has great side-eye. Well, next year we're definitely going to road trip in May. The end of April, beginning of May, we stop having to run the fire here. We don't have to fire the biomass wood stove anymore. And that's when we're going to take off driving to Alaska. And I think we're going to go out through the middle of the states, go out through Tennessee, because we have a lot of friends in Tennessee we want to visit. And we just want to meander and drive to Alaska. And then coming back, I think we should drive down the coast, the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
Drive all the way down the West Coast. And I think we should take our time. I can do my arts and crafts on the road, and Morton is retired. We can do this. All it's going to really cost us is gas money. We'll take a tent and sleep wherever. People think you gotta have a lot of money to travel, and you don't. We will show you how to travel frugally. My dad used to always say, you have to eat whether you're here or there, and it's true. Yep, you gotta eat whether you're home or away. And you just don't go out to restaurants. Morton and I love picnics, don't we?
Yep.
We do love picnics. I love the feel of like a road trip where you have a picnic basket packed. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Lisa, thank you. And we're gonna just take her car. We had been talking about other things, but our car gets over 50 miles to the gallon of gas. I had said to Morton we could always bicycle. We did bicycle the east coast of America. He does not want to do that. We don't have a camper. We have a little car. We have a little car, but I think I could make us something really cool. Well, the trunk I want to put in like our tent, sleeping bags, that sort of thing. And I love camping out. Thanks for the heart,
Thank you.
Prof. The style life. And thanks everybody who's been here tonight. You have been amazing. I hope everybody's had fun and learned something. Have ya? Have you had a good time and learned something? I have. We should probably jump off though. We'll wait till this album ends. Where do you get the energy? We did the glass pool at 6 o'clock, 6 to 8 we did the glass pool. It was one pot of glass. You'll get to, tomorrow morning we're gonna work with the glass again. Honey, show them the glass you pulled. This is what you did. Look at this. Out of the kiln. I don't know where I get my energy. I'm not old enough yet. I'm 61. I think I can get it when I'm... Wait, can I get that pass when I'm 62? I think I might be able to get the pass. Oh, I hope I can get the pass when I'm 62. Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Oh, that's
we'll
a
show you
straw one.
That one's super cool. That looks like a
This
kitty
one's
cat on the
actually a
top.
straw.
That one came out really cool. But tomorrow we have a big day. Morton's baking bread tonight, aren't you?
Yeah.
Morton has a lot more bread to bake tonight. So we might go live again. I have work that I'm gonna do up in the TV area. And I'll definitely go live in the morning, 65 in Colorado. It's okay. The state parks, you can get a pass for it, I think, or for the national parks, I think you can. But I will go live in the morning and show you what we're gonna get up to with that glass that we did tonight. But thanks for everybody being here and welcome, welcome. Only paranormal experience here. Morton, no.
No,
You got
thank
a
you.
little crowd. The only paranormal experience here has been, I heard a ghost snoring in here one day. He was at work. He didn't hear it, but I definitely heard somebody snoring in here. It wasn't me.
Plenty of squirrels on the roof.
Squirrels on the roof, yeah. Everybody, thank you for
Thank
being
you.
so lovely. And we will, we'll see you tomorrow.
Nighty night.
Have a great night. Yes, sweet dreams to you too. And thanks for all the gifts and all the follows and just hanging out. It has been fun. Bye
Good
for
night.
now.